Hi everyone, in this video we're going to work in all the face. We're going to looking around that shoulder area and some stretches at that shoulder area and some of the exercises that we can do. So starting off in all four positions, we're going to work into your cat camel, working through that upper back, lower back through the sequence. Nice deep breath in through that exhale with the head hips in, push that upper back towards the root. And feel that stretch up between the shoulder blades. For the cat camel, the arms and legs don't really bend or move. We're trying to move through that spine. So you push that upper back up towards your earth, up on the head and hips in just to try and get that upper arc of the spine so you get right into that stretch. From there then would you relax and then push that lower back down towards the mat. And as I do so, bring that head up the way, hips are coming up the way and try to just get that lower back arch. And just get into that lower back area. So just push that lower back just above the hips, down towards the mat. I'll feel that stretch in that lower back spine area, and then we'll work through that for a few reps. And again, working back up with that upper back, tucking the head, hips in, really try to push through those shoulder blades at the top, keeping that head in, and then release it and bring yourself back into that lower back phase. Bring the head up and push up. So again, my arms and legs don't move through the sequence. Just trying to work and rock through that spine. Just kind of go through your own range of motion as far as you can. On the body into your stretches, nice and steady, holding that stretch for a second or two and then gently working back into that upper or lower back sequence. Coming down to that lower back one last time. Up the way, stretch. And then bring ourselves back into that neutral spine position. So the next one is just then with the back of the shoulders, where we bring the hand on the head. What we're looking here is for the elbow to lead the way. It's going to come down towards the ground and sort of getting that stretch in around the shoulder area as you just stretch that elbow down the way if you can and in across, and then bringing that elbow up towards the roof. You're going to open out the chest and again getting the stretch in the back of that shoulder area. So coming down and across, elbow comes down underneath as best you can here. Feel the stretch in the back of the shoulders, you tuck in that elbow in, and then reaching that elbow up towards the roof, trying to open and turn the chest up as well to get right into that chest area. And then rotating down through that there, and rotating back up and through. So keep nice and steady in the movement, still working through your own range of motion, come down underneath, opening up and away. Holding that at the top for a second or two. And from there, we're going to release and relax the hand. Moving across into that other shoulder, so again, smooth position. Hand on the head, coming down underneath the cross. Trying to tuck that elbow in underneath. Trying to point that elbow as far as I can in the way, but I'm moving that arm and shoulder area, holding that stretch, then opening that arm, again, elbow out. Opening out that chest area, getting that stretch around that chest, shoulder off that side. Rotating underneath in for that stretch. Opening out and away towards that chest. Coming down underneath, feeling that stretch, opening out, away. From there then, we should relax the hand back on the mat. I'm just going to sit back into your child's pose, and as I do so, pushing the hands away, getting stretching both sides onto the arms here and the lats as you lengthen the arms as far as you can away. That stretch, holding that stretch for a second or two. Feeling it out. So we're going to rotate ourselves around on the mat, bringing them back on the mat. So this one here is called floor slides. So we're trying to keep the back nice and lengthened, nice and relaxed on the mat. Arms then are coming 90 degrees. What we're trying to do here is trying to bring the elbows down towards the ground, okay? Depending on the flexibility of the chest, it might not allow you, if you're tight around this area, you might only open out and hover the elbows up, that's okay. You just open them out as far as you can comfortably to start this position up. The key thing then, what we're going to do is make sure the lower back doesn't arch off the mat throughout this sequence. We're gently keeping the lower back tucked on the mat as the hands are nice and out. From there then, we're just going to bring the hands over the head or slide the hands up the way. Breathing in, and as we breathe out, elbows will come down, trying to pull down into a W shape here. Pull those elbows down either side, get that stretch in that shoulder. Hold for a second, then release the hands back up, out over the head. Stretch over the head, and then pulling back down into that stretch around that shoulder area and upper back area. So with these, it depends then on the flexibility. Like I said, of the arms, you might be able to get your elbows sliding up and down. If you're okay with elbows sliding up and down, the next thing then is trying to put the wrists down, not the fingers, but the wrists flat on the ground as we slide up and slide down. But again, if it feels too much, too tight, just hover the arms either side and just slowly work yourself down over time as you increase the mobility. Arms coming up over the head, elbows are pulling down for that stretch. So when you get into the chest, it's really you'll feel it in the front of the chest as well as in that back. So again, we're always trying to pull down into that W shape through that exhale, holding, release as you come up. Do 2 more here. And down, that stretch, coming back up. Coming down into that stretch. Come back up as we relax the arms. We'll hover them for a second or 2 here. Good. So again, we're going to change the position on our mat. We're going to roll over and bring our core on the mat for the next one. Stretch on the shoulders. We're just going to go for a wing position. So lying on that mat, we're going to bring the hands now together on the lower back. So try not to bring them on the glutes, try to bring them up towards that lower back. So we're bending the elbow here. And then the focus then is through the elbows. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, try and press those elbows up towards the roof to get that stretch again around the shoulder area, and release and recover that the elbows fall back down towards the ground. So bring those elbows up the way. You'll feel that stretch, release as you come back down. Elbows lifting up, squeeze, release as you come back down. Again, we're trying to focus on the upper back, back of the shoulder area. And again, we'll get a little bit into the chest here as we drive those elbows up towards the roof for that stretch, release and recover, come back down. Elbows lead the way on that upward phase, stretch, release and recover, come back down. 2 more here, elbows lead the way, come up that stretch, release and we come back down. Last one here, up that stretch, release as we come back down. Good. Again, from here, it's going to change your position. So gently coming up back onto your knees, so you float off the shoulders. Staying through that upper body, okay. Sitting here nice and up on the knees, we can sit on your ankles, as long as we're keeping the chest and the spine nice and lengthened. Hands are coming together, we're going to push the arms out the way. We'll push the back in the opposite direction, stretching that upper back again, arms out the way, back going the other direction. Feel that stretch between the shoulder blades as you push the hands towards one way, back that other direction. Hold it again for a couple of seconds. Head will be tucked in. Keep deep in that stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Release. And then last phase on the shoulders, bring that left arm across. We just pull it in a little bit further towards the body with the right hand. And as you pull that arm in, you get that stretch across that left side of the shoulder area. Going to front the side, we're going to target. You pull it in gently. So we're just gently pulling in here, we're not trying to force anything. Just go to their own range of motion. You could be out this far, could be a little bit further if you can. 3, 2, 1, gently release. Right arm coming across, pull in. Holding that stretch again for a couple of seconds on that right shoulder area. 3, 2, 1, and recover from there. And that is our shoulder sequence.